Are you and your partner on the same page when it comes to having children? I'm Tanya Williams, author of A Child-Free Happily Ever After, and this is one of the topics that I do discuss in the book, but it's a really important conversation that you need to be having. Now, you and your partner really do need to be on the same page when it comes to, yes, we're having kids, or no, we're not having kids. And it really amazes me the amount of women that I speak to, and men, that are not having this conversation with their partner because they're just making an assumption that their partner wants exactly what I want. So that maybe that, oh, I want 5 kids and my partner agrees to that without actually having that conversation. Or I don't want kids, and they haven't communicated that choice to their partner. It is really important to make sure you have that conversation before you really commit. Now, I've been married for nearly 25 years. Yes, it's a long time. I got married very young. And I remember having this conversation with my husband, Shane, well, my then boyfriend, letting him know that I did not want to have children. And once we got serious and when we got engaged, I remember saying to him, look, if you want to have kids, this is just not going to work because I'm not going to change my mind for you, your family, or anybody else around us. So you need to be sure that that's not, something that you really want in your life, because it's probably best if we go our separate ways now. And yes, that is a hard conversation to have because you have to be prepared for whatever that answer might be, right? However, it's an important conversation to have because what you don't want to happen is perhaps you get married and then 2 or 3 years down the track, someone brings up the, is it time to have babies conversation, and you're literally on 2 different pages. I've seen lots of heartache. I've seen marriages break up. I've seen the issues that this can actually cause. So no matter how hard or painful that conversation is, it's really important to have a conversation with your partner around what it is you both want out of life. Okay. And I understand if you're in the dating game as well, it can be hard, particularly if you're in your late 30s perhaps, and you're dating and you're going, well, I don't want kids. How do I find a child-free partner? And when do I have that conversation? I don't want to bring it up on a first date maybe. You have to judge that, yourself in terms of when is that too early to have that conversation. You can certainly drop little hints about how you feel about children, in those first couple of dates, and sort of feel the other person out if you need to. So, you can't avoid the conversation, unfortunately. I wish there was a really easy answer to that, but unfortunately there is not. Having the right types of conversations with your partner are really important. And I know with my partner, Shane, and I've checked in through the years as we've, moved forward and said, are you still happy with the status quo? We have a great lifestyle. He loves being an uncle, so he can, spend his afternoons doing whatever he wants without having to ferry kids around to soccer and football and all that sort of stuff. So I think we sort of get the best of both worlds. We, in terms of we can dip in and out of that world when we want to. But, this is a really big conversation. A child is for life. It's not like a career which you can change or a pair of shoes which you can take back. Make sure you're having this conversation, guys. It really is an important one. And yeah, have it sooner rather than later if you can. Hopefully this adds some value into your world. Please make sure that you're following me on all of the digital channels, all the usual suspects, and make sure you subscribe to Childfree TV over on YouTube as well. And of course, how do I always end? Make sure you never let anyone dull your sparkle.